Hi guys, Togo here with a new video, and this video will be a BM Hunter discussion video for the War Within. And yes, I know there will be a rework for the next big patch. Not really big patch, but I would say the mid-season patch, which would be in November, the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft, which is pretty neat. And they do get a rework on Dark Ranger, which is pretty big. And BM Hunter got a bit more love on the spec tree, where a lot of stuff are making a bit more sense than what we have right now. And especially for PvP, I do am excited for it. But we're still sticking with a spec 2 months at least till we have the mid-season patch. So I wanted to take a few moments to talk about it. I wanted to make a video about it, like more of a guide, but then I played a lot of BM Hunter, a lot of BM Hunter, and a lot of BM Hunter PvP in 2s, in 3s, in random BGs, in open world PvP, and there are actually no redeeming factors about BM Hunter right now. Dare I say it is the worst DPS spec with Fire Mage. I think I would even value Fire Mage above BM Hunter, but the only thing that BM Hunter is good at is killing a Fire Mage. That's the only thing that he is actually capable of, and even then it's really a struggle because the damage is really low. But I want to talk about it and the things that they need to change for the rework, because they are doing a rework, like a mini rework. It's not like a big rework because it is a mini rework, and I do feel like they are still missing a few things that would make BM Hunter a lot better. So let's discuss about that. First and foremost, if you want a BM Hunter PvP guide, let me do something for you guys. If you want to play the best BM Hunter PvP guide thing, you just need to click on Marksmanship Hunter and then activate it. And you play the better BM Hunter, the better spec right now, and the better enjoyment that you would have. You don't need a lot more skill than that. It is just like one extra button that you need to press, and sometimes a steady shot whenever you feel like it, but even then it's not even that needed, and you will deal a lot more damage. Your aim shot will do, let's take a look. Aim shot will do around boop 400k just non-crit, and it's not like above a certain threshold. If you're hitting him, it does a lot more damage. It's 500k non-crit, and that is not even accounting the kill shots, the explosive shots, the black arrows, the kill shots again, and the amount of damage that you can do with simply doing your rotation, which is again very easy to do. And this is like me not even sweating, not even pressing true shot, and I get like around 450k DPS, which is really good without true shot, by the way, without even like moving, without doing like my utmost maximum to get the best DPS I can do. I'm not even like built for Marksmanship Hunter. I have a lot of haste. You could even go full mastery, but I think 10% is actually okay. You could play this kinda. I will be making a guide about MM Hunter if I find the time to do so, because again I think I have maybe other priorities spec wise, because I think Hunter right now is not my most played like class. I have other classes where I found more fun and where I find me probably going for like a direction of a main for season 1. But anyways, let's talk about BM Hunter and what are the true problems about BM Hunter. Because I showed you a bit of damage for MM Hunter, and let's be fair, like 3 casts of rapid fire does 3.5 million damage, while your barb shot does, again I'm going into PvP just so you can show, kill shot does 123k, your barb shot does 281k, and your black arrow does 876k. If you don't see the problem right now, then I don't know, it's pure math. Your bread and butter, which is barb shot, by the way, barb shot is your bread and butter. It does pitiful damage. I did one barb shot. Let's try to see how much damage it does on a dummy, and it is on a dummy, mind you. Yes, barb shot is a bleed, so it doesn't get affected by armor that much, but you still have versatility into account. One barb shot did 388k without any crits. it is what it is. While a simple black arrow, so I'm going to do a black arrow right now. I don't know why my pets are not going into the dummy, but I did send it like manually. So I did a black arrow really quickly just to show you the damage it does, without anything like modifiers wise. You'll see that the problem is that black arrow does way more damage. It is the quadruple of a bob shot, and yes, there was a crit, but even if you take out the crit away and you put 100k, it would still be over 1 million, 1.1 million damage if you are not counting the crit, while bob shot did 388k. And yes, you have your bob shot that is a charged ability, so you have more charges, so you could spread the damage out. And yes, it has stomp that is activated by bob shot, but if you don't see that it is really pitiful damage for an ability that is doing damage over 10 seconds, then I don't know. I feel like the damage is way too low. I don't know what they did with the spell, because it was not this in Dragonflight. In Dragonflight it actually deal okay damage, and in the War Within, out of the blue, doesn't do any damage. And I feel like the spectres are more giving you more things that are available to you, like war orders 10%. You have like other talents, and yes, I do feel like they kind of like taken out a lot of those talents that were improving your bob shot, and it feels like your spec is more revolved around your pet, which is good. But even your pet does no damage. Like my kill shot does in PvP, guys, mind you, 155k on my tooltip, and it does 121k, 121k whenever I'm doing a kill command. So they're both doing 121k, and they're both reduced 35% damage. So this is going to be changed in the next patch. They're going to take away the 35%, but they're still going to apply it on kill command. So the damage will be the same. Don't get fooled. It will be the same damage. Kill command does tops. Kill command, you could like compare it with... For me, it is comparable with aim shot. Like it is like something that should be top damage with rapid fire or aim shot. It is of course spammable, but it does only 240k damage per cast of kill command. And mind you, it is below the threshold of 35% health, so it does 50% more damage. It does normally, I will repeat, 50% more damage, and I still do tops 240k normal hits. And yes, I have Bistro Wrath, yes, I have Bloodshed that I can activate, yes, you could even go for Call of the Wild and go for the Wild Instincts. It will still not do enough damage for the efforts that you're putting in. And yes, you're going to laugh behind your screen, efforts for BM Hunter, it is the easiest spec out there. It's true, it is one of the easiest specs to, like rotational wise, but I would say it is one of the hardest specs to play right now, because you're not able to win based on your like spec. If you're doing equally skilled MM Hunter versus BM Hunter, BM Hunter is going to lose. BM Hunter versus any other spec right now, you would probably lose. Yes, BM Hunter is like okay versus like casters, and I think hunters in general are okay versus casters, but even then you're going to like really have struggles versus affliction walks, which you should not struggle that much normally. The damage is too low, first and foremost. Barb shot is too low, kill shot is too low. It is not tuned. It needs literally a 50% buff on kill command and a 50% at least buff on barb shot, and still, like, I'm very, very mild about it. Like, I could be way more over the top and say 100%, and it would still not be broken. I think right now the damage is really bad, and there's a lot of things that are contributing to that like bad thing. Again, Black Arrow, even your explosive shot, which I did take, for some reason it does like some respectable damage for BM Hunter. It does more damage than kill command, which should not happen. It does 288k, by the way. Explosive shot, which is not scaling with your mastery, has nothing to do on the spec tree. It does more damage than kill command, which kill command, mind you, like I said, below 35% should do more damage. You see, like, that guy's above 35%, and I do a lot less damage. So it is not good. Your kill shot does 222k, which is laughable compared to what a MM Hunter is doing. Anything that you're doing is laughable. And I got frustrated today because I really wanted to make the guide, but I played the previous days a lot of BM Hunter, and I thought like, look, I'm going to try to play MM Hunter, I'm going to play Survival Hunter, I'm going to play a lot versus BM Hunters as well, whenever I see one, because it's actually right now like not popular at all, because MM Hunter is that much superior. Like I would say it's 100% above BM Hunter right now. It's not even like a you could play BM Hunter, is suboptimal but it is viable. It is not viable, guys. Like literally it is in a category that is outside of the tier list. That's how I see it right now. And in the negative side, not in the positive side. Like really below D tier. And I would say Fire Mage is D tier, and that could be like changed by a lot of stuff, by just changing like how they deal damage, but just taking like a lot of power away from Ignite and put it like back on Power Blast, for example. But BM Hunter right now has nothing that you can take away from to put back on the normal kit. There is like nothing that will say like, oh, this is really strong, but the other things are really bad. It's like everything is bad, which makes the spec also very bad. And I would say that BM Hunter in general, season 1s are not that great for them, because they have to get tuned every single seed, like every new expansion they have always a problem with pets. My pet has literally 2.6k, like 2.6k million health. Again, it's very hard to say the HPs in this expansion, because that's the only problem I have. The HP pools are very like big for no reason. But 2.6k million, while you as a hunter has 3.8k million. And if you're going in PvP combat, obviously, so if you're going into PvP combat, you're going to have around 4 million health on your pets, which I think realistically you would like to have pets being a bit more sturdy than yourself, or at least as sturdy. And it's a raptor, of course. I think maybe a defensive pet would be a bit more, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough. I feel like the scaling is not there. I feel like the melees that they're doing are laughable, like doing 20Ks, 39Ks, and those are claws, by the way. The melees itself does like 13k, which is not even a percent of HP of someone. So you could actually send the pets by themselves. So let's send them by themselves, and it would just not do enough damage to lower their HP. You see, it's still like it gains HP. It was 90%, and now it's 92%. 94% now, and it should not do too much damage because it's really passive, but like literally regaining HP even on a dummy is kind of dumb, to be fair. Like even like losing 1% at a time would make more sense because there is some regen, but your pets don't do enough by themselves. Like it's 22k DPS. It's literally nothing. If you're doing your damage, you're going to do more than that, obviously. But it's going to be like times 20 the DPS, which I think is too exaggerated. It means that it only does 1% of your damage. Anyways, it's really bad right now. And a lot of people did ask for a BM Hunter PvP guide, but I don't find the courage to send you guys onto the like wrong tracks. And it's not like BM Hunter can actually be like a very passionate spec where you could actually make it work because you have skill. You don't have a lot of things that can differentiate yourself from another BM Hunter. Like the only thing that I would say is taking skill for BM Hunter is actually like CCing, but even then, why bother playing this spec instead of playing, let's say, a Survival Hunter where you could literally do the same CC, or a BM Hunter where you could maybe focus a bit less on the CC and you could literally blast people from afar, and it doesn't really matter what content you're doing, you're going to blast them. You're going to have an easier time, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. And I'm talking a bit like not for nothing, because I do know that they are not going to change it in time for season release. That's not going to happen. And I don't think they know that there is a problem for BM Hunter. I think they see BM Hunter and that's it. And maybe they know, and that's why they're reworking for next mid-season patch, so in November. but like having a spec being this state for 2 months is unacceptable. The same for Fire Mage. They should really do something about them. But I'm not a Fire Mage spec main, so I will not talk too much about them. Although I would say that mages have really a great thing going on where they have hero towns that are actually very cool to play. So I do hope Fire Mage gets some love, because I do feel like Frostfire is one of the better things for them, and even Sunfire, like Sunfury or Sunfire, I don't even know the name anymore, for Arcane and Fire Mage. That looks cool with the Phoenix and such. That's cool, and I hope they are going to get fixed. And BM Hunter does get fixed. Like the Dark Ranger becomes really cool. Like for example, your Black Arrow becomes literally kill shot actually, and it does shadow damage. Your auto attacks are shadow damage. Your pets, your dark beasts, you have 25% chance to get like a dark count, which they do a lot of damage for what it is. Like it's passive damage, right? They're doing okay damage, and you could even like boost them even more with Dire Frenzy, which is cool. But we're still here for 2 months with this spec, so I would recommend you guys, if you are a BM Hunter main and you really want to have a great time, do not play BM Hunter. Just do what I said. I wanted to actually make a satirical video, like a really funny video, where I'd say PvP guide for BM Hunter, and literally you will see a sad music, activate marksmanship hunter, and then literally blast music and do like a sick montage about MM Hunter in BGs. But I wanted to not like disrespect too much the few BM Hunter mains that are still there. But I would recommend you guys to just play MM Hunter, or if you really want to have like that pet craving, play Survival Hunter, which is a lot better than BM Hunter. It's like really on the same league as MM, but it's a bit less free. Like the damage, how they do and how they need to do stuff. The rotation is more complicated than that. But I would say right now, if you really want to have fun, switch to MM. If you are ready to like suffer, no problem. If I find a way, because I will be playing sometimes BM, because I really want to find a way for BM to work, I'll be making a video. But guys, don't say go full mastery. Don't say you need to have more gear, because the force set really sucks even for BM. Like further increases your pet's attack speed by 5%, guys. You know, the attack speed for a pet is cool, but it does literally no damage. So it doesn't matter if you're improving it by 5%, which is already ridiculous. Like it's not even a 2 set worth it. Like you should not play 4 set if you're playing BM Hunter. That's for sure. But your pet attack, I have a 10% chance to increase all pet damage you deal by 10%. That's a cool thing. It's like a buff, like it's a mini Beach or Wrath kind of mini bloodshed, but it's not that good. I think the stat loss that you get from the force set is really ridiculous. You have like pieces like haste crit, which crit you don't really want, crit verse, which you don't really want, crit haste with a bigger portion of crit, which is not what you want. You have verse mastery, which you could be playing that, why not? And haste mastery, which is probably the only piece you're going to change in the catalyst. This one probably is the only one that is going to be played by BM Hunter. But don't say that it's like a you problem. Like it's not a you problem. It's not like a I problem. It is just a spec problem. So if you're not performing as a BM Hunter, don't think that it is you that is not making the spec good or like bad. No, the spec is just bad by default, and you are just like there as a controller to try to make it good, which is not. Like right now, a duck is a duck. You cannot make it like directly a horse out of that. You cannot make a tiger out of that. Right now, it is just a sitting duck, just waiting up to get shot up by anything that is passing you by. And again, you can probably win some 1v1s here and there, and you can maybe like have some fun in open world PvP. And even then, the pet's bugged out because of verticality, which is still not fixed. but that is not a sign of it being good in 2v2, not it being good in 3v3, nor in soul shuffle or solo RPG. In 2v2, you might maybe win Miss CC, and even then, why not play Survival Hunter or MM Hunter to make it easy for you? But the damage is too low, you're not like downing anyone with it. Maybe if you're popping all CDs, it could do okay, but the damage from all your abilities are like literally 1/5 of the damage that you're doing as a MM Hunter. And I say that as someone that really likes MM but prefers BM like historically. Like I prefer to play like BM Hunter at any time, any place. But right now BM Hunter is like not a possibility for me. So again, thank you for watching this video. It was kind of a rant video. I'm very sorry, but I wanted to like speak to my community that plays BM Hunter and that actually watches my BM Hunter PvP guys in the past. I'm not going to do one until I see a possibility for it being a bit competitive. Look, I'm not searching for the meta specs. I'm playing Enhancement Shaman, guys. Like I make BM like Enhancement Shaman PvP guides and I have fun with Enhancement Shaman, and I can make it work in depending on comps I'm playing. But BM Hunter right now, the damage is so low, it is not even fun to press kill command. It is not even fun to do Bishop Wrath. It is not even fun to do bob shots on multiple targets because it does less damage than one black arrow on one target for 30 seconds. Like for a CD of a 30-second CD. It's not good enough for me to make a guide. So once I have a solution for that, I'll be making a guide, but don't expect it to be right now until they like do a drastic change. It's not like a 5% buff that is going to do anything, by the way. Don't get fooled by it. They need literally, if they want to do an aura buff, it can even be 20%. It would be still not on the level of MM Hunter. And 20% damage aura buff is massive, guys. I don't think you realize how much damage you lack as BM Hunter compared to the other specs right now. And BM Hunter is literally a spec that is played around damage. Like it is like a damage check spec. It is literally the raid bosses that you have in raids where you need to pass a certain damage check to be viable and to be cleaning the boss. BM Hunter is that. Either you have the damage to down someone and to be good and to be like feared whenever you are freezing trapped, or either you don't have the damage and you can actually sit the freezing trap and you can be fine after it. It's not good enough. So again, thank you for watching the video. Really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and we will catch each other probably very soon in the next video. In 2 days, 3 days, we have the season start, so that is very exciting, and I hope you guys are going to have a lot of fun. Have a great day. Bye.